Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about, several things that are going on, both astrologically and in current events. So we're going to be talking about Bud Light, Target, and the banking system collapsing. Several banks have actually collapsed so far. We have the Silicon Valley Bank, and we have that's even affecting JP Morgan Chase, and several banks. So that's very interesting. But yeah, so let's talk about it. So essentially, this is something that I haven't really talked about or don't really spend a lot of time, thinking about or talking about. So anyway, Bud Light and Target both lose. I think Target lost like 15% in their market cap over the last few weeks or month or so, and then also Bud Light, been tanking. The stock has just been tanking. They both lost a total combined of 28 billion in market cap. So that shows that the boycott is working. That shows that people are not happy about this. People, essentially, Bud Light has been associated with, if you drink that, you're gay. So, which, the LGBTQ community probably doesn't have a problem with that, but Bud Light's average drinker is not the, let's say, LGBTQ friendly type. I'll just say that. So, and even I know that. Come on, Bud Light. Your customer base. But then they double down with this stupid ass commercial that's very patronizing, very just disgusting. And it's the whole thing about 9/11, and it's come on, dude, you guys can do better than that. And then on top of that, we have their partnership with Harley Davidson, or they did a special can for Harley Davidson, and so it's just interesting to see that I'm surprised that Harley hasn't disassociated with them, cut ties with them, because now I'm wondering if Harley Davidson's stock might take a hit. But yeah, all crazy stuff going on in the economy, and yeah, but it just shows you don't promote bullshit. Don't don't try to groom our kids with tuck-friendly shit, tuck-friendly underwear or swimsuits or whatever the hell they were selling. And the whole pride section and things like that. It's come on, dude. Come on, we can do better than that. And it's not like I have a problem with adults being LGBTQ or transitioning, being transgender. I don't have to like it, but you do what you do, do what you do, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but on the other hand, I don't have to like it. I don't have to bow down to the the agenda, the narrative, the the left, the LGBTQ. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have a problem with adults partaking in those activities. However, it's a whole different thing when they start grooming children. When they start teaching children about, you know, being transgender and cutting off their sexual parts. And yeah, no, I will not stand for that. I think that's an obviously morally wrong to teach children that. So that's why you see all these companies falling apart. Target, and the Bud Light thing was more associated with people weren't supporting that. People didn't like that. So the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing, the whole controversy with that, just a mess. Just but on the other hand, I'm glad that people are actually standing up and saying, no, this is disgusting, this is grooming, this is inappropriate, and saying no, putting their foot down. That is very good. So, when will Bud Light learn their lesson? I don't know. They will not. They basically refuse to put out an apology. They instead run these stupid commercials and expect us to get on their side when it's just not happening. If they, put out an apology and went the other way, maybe, but, come on. And so as far as how this all ties into, astrology and stuff, man, we have a full moon in Scorpio coming up on the 3rd of June. Yeah, June 3rd. And we have Mars in Cancer. And, so, Mars in Cancer will provoke people to reveal themselves, reveal their true motives, and become, instead of being strategic and strategizing their moves, it'll basically make them impatient and kind of burst out in anger and things like that. And so you might see some conflict, some war with Russia or China. China and Russia might team up, and if they do, we're kind of screwed, because we shouldn't be. We should really mind our business in Ukraine, honestly. Just get out of there. Let Russia do what it wants. You have no business intervening in foreign politics. That would be like Russia intervening, or coming to Mexico and helping Mexico if we were in a conflict with Mexico, essentially. And that would be totally foreign interference. It's not okay. So when we have Mars in Cancer, this is all about just war brewing and people becoming hot-headed and emotional and things like that. And I haven't read up about this, but I think there was a drone strike that targeted civilians in Russia. And man, that is about the stupidest thing to do, because Putin already said if you screw with our civilians, we're gonna drop we're gonna drop nukes. So it's like, what the hell? United States is just provoking more war. Just poking the bear. Just, doing what they can to start conflict. And Russia's fuse is about to, expire. We've been fucking with them for so long that it's just, don't be surprised if they launch tactical nukes or, whatever. It's like, we just continue to provoke them. I mean, we have no business being over there, and it was proven through a leaked document that we have troops over there, active duty troops, helping out Ukrainian soldiers. And, it's just like so stupid. And then we have Trump saying he would, it's not about what side you're on, it's about ending the war and ending the killing, ending the deaths. So, fully on board with that. I think that war needs to be over yesterday. So, and of course, Biden is not the greatest strategist, because what did he do with Afghanistan? That was a complete disaster, Come on. It's like, we need to think. Anyway, and then we have the full moon in Scorpio coming up on June 3rd. So what does that mean? So there's going to be a massive I think there's going to be a massive secret that's leaked, possibly about, well, who knows at this point? The US government has so many secrets. Could be about UFOs, could be about, financial, the Fed, the Federal Reserve, or something like that. There could be massive economic crisis. As I've said, the banks have already collapsed. There's several banks that have collapsed, and what is this doing? When one bank collapses, that's putting pressure on the entire system. It's like burdening the entire system with something that they have to, a burden that they all have to carry. Or, certain banks. So, like, for example, I forget if it was JP Morgan Chase that ended up buying SV Bank, or SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. But anyway, now JP Morgan Chase is having financial difficulties and things like that, so it's just like the whole banking system is just collapsing. And, I think that soon enough we won't need money. A lot of people are predicting, doomsday kind of things, like, what is it called? A standard, CBDC, central bank digital currency, and things like that. Bitcoin, but essentially Bitcoin for, like, as a another thing to use instead of the US dollar. And you notice how they're slowly phasing out cash. Yeah. So we are going away from cash, and I think eventually we'll be using some kind of a crypto coin or something like that. But simultaneously, if we use that, then we're all going to have some kind of electronic device, and I guess I guess that could be this a cell phone, but like a lot of people are theorizing that it's gonna be like essentially a microchip in your hand or something like that. We'll see, but I mean, on the other hand, guys, like, you see how things are collapsing and things are failing and all kinds of stuff. The system is coming down, so yeah, this could mean a shift, the shift to 5D, the shift to a more spiritual world, where the old, like, it's almost like the two worlds, the earth is like coming apart into two worlds. Essentially, that's what it's like. And essentially, from what I know about 5D, is that the old world will collapse. The, negativity, the what do you sorry, I'm trying to think. The World Economic Forum, the Council on Foreign Relations, things like that. Those are all going to go be destroyed, and I believe that we'll see, we'll see what happens, but it's like I feel like this shift is going to come and destroy a lot of things, and not any violence or anything like that, just like systems being removed and things like that. There's no longer capacity for a system to be functioning. So, this this whole thing with a full moon in Scorpio will help us to do that, and it's going to be in the first house of the United States charts, because we are the United States is Scorpio ascendant. So, full moon in Scorpio, there's going to be secrets revealed about government activity, about, government secrets, spy stuff, and things like that. And we're going to see how corrupt the U.S. government is. So, not that we haven't known that for like the longest time, but and then we have I forget which company it was, but essentially they said that DEI was essentially not feasible. Economic, social governments, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. The policies was financially unsustainable, so they essentially said that they're not going to be incorporating DEI or ESG. But that's good, It's like, come on. People. We've gone too far woke. If you're working somewhere, it should be based on, your pay and everything like that should be based on merit. What you provide for the company. not just, oh, you get a raise because you're a certain skin color. uh, or that, like, you get treated differently because you're a certain skin color. You know, it's like, come on. So that's what all the DEI and all that crap is. And then what else we have? Yeah, so that's about it, I think. So, yeah, just spouting off my thoughts, and that can be controversial or not. I really don't care at this point. Like, if you have a problem, oh well. That's just how I feel. So, anyway, guys, yeah, so that's about it. If you want a Vedic astrology with, reading, if you want a Vedic astrology reading, you can go to my website, gebothishaman.com, and if you want, you can check out my astrology course, my Qigong courses, get astrology readings, birth time rectification, room readings, career coaching, life coaching, trauma healing course, distance energy healing, all that stuff, and of course my book, Tantric Secrets of Vedic Astrology, available on Amazon. You can go to my website and there's a link to click through to my to get my book. And yeah, so hopefully nothing that I've said has pissed YouTube off too much. And we'll see if I get a community guideline strike or what, but we'll see. So, anyway, regardless, this video will be going up on Rumble and on Odyssey as well. I believe those channels are synced with my YouTube, so go check it out there if it gets deleted on YouTube. Alright? And yeah, so things are improving. The world is becoming better, even though there's all these crazy things that are happening. You know, trust that things are getting better. Trust in the universe. And trust, you know, the world is improving. So things are getting better. And I'm glad that people are starting to wake up to the bullcrap that the children have been indoctrinated with. So, anyway, guys, that's it for me, and we will talk to you next time. Peace. Peace. Take care, guys.